What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hope you're having a great Friday night. What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Hope you're having a great night. Gonna talk about a couple of things here. First off, cut this volume down just because. All right, quick little lo-fi mix in the background there. Hope you're having a good night. Whether you out having a good time, chilling in the car at home, driving the truck. Salute to all my truck drivers out there. You know what I'm saying? Driving on that road, man, delivering stuff all the time. I know y'all always grinding, always on YouTube because that's where all the information is at. Definitely want to be on here. you know, um, First off, if y'all are watching, if you got a credit question, you can go ahead and drop it in there. If you like the answer, there's a super chat button as well. If you like to just, throw $1.99, whatever, because you like the answer, you can definitely donate. Do that. Show some love. We appreciate that. Here at J Knows Credit. Got a couple things I want to go over. Got some time sensitive info for us to go over. Also want to do some service giveaways. I want to give away a service today on this live. So if you're watching right now and you're in need of a credit service, because some people actually need it, some people just want it and have the money to pay for it. But hey, if you can get it without paying for it, you know, why not, right? So we got some time sensitive info we're gonna go over today. I'm talk about some service giveaways that you all can jump in on, as well as got some surprise things to go over. So we're gonna do a little bit of that, but right now I want to go into just a few credit things right now that people are probably going to look over the weekend. They're going to look over these things of just not implementing, right? Okay, so things I want to talk about that most people aren't going to be implementing is what a lot of the wealthy people are doing. Okay, and I'm saying wealthy in a different way. Maybe they don't have $10 million. Maybe they don't have 100 million to $1 billion, but they are wealthy in a different way, right? They're wealthy with like credit cards and such, right? So, like for an example, I'm gonna show you one, that's for my company, and I'm gonna let you kind of see like the title and everything like that, and what it's with. It's with the Hilton Honors. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this in this way is like, okay, if a person, I'm considering them to be wealthy, right? If they're able to get, these upper echelon cars and stuff, I'm saying that they have a certain level of wealth or intelligence, right? So let's just call it wealth right now. All right. So if you go to a hotel and you spend on either your credit card that you might have, let's say it's a basic credit card, or you're using a debit card or using cash, right? So when you're going to do that, they're not really going to give you, really any cash back. You're not going to get any miles. You're not going to get any incentive for spending that cash money or using that card. For the most part, most cards might have a little bit of a 1-2% cash back thing, right? But when you're dealing with cards like this, that's going to give you a lot of points, right? That means that when I come back and I stay again, or even before I stayed, I could have collected so many purchases just from everyday things like my rent, lights, water, just simple things like that. And I could have got enough points just by paying my normal bills, doing regular stuff, eating out just like anybody else. And now when I get to that hotel costs me nothing. On top of me having additional perks, room upgrades, bonus points for just staying there. So that way I get more stuff for when I come back again. So the other person who's not having type of rewards is not getting these type of things. So let's just say, for example, you're going just by yourself, not even with a family. Let's make it by yourself. Okay, let's make it simple. You're going by yourself and you're getting a hotel. Most hotels now, I know they used to cost like, under a good, for a decent hotel, you would still have a under 200 price point. That seems not to be the case anymore, just from my own personal experience. But let's just say it is, right? So let's say it's $200 a night for a very decent Hilton type of hotel, right? So if I'm just staying by myself and I'm staying for, let's say, 3 nights, right? I'm gonna spend $600 plus expenses. Plus taxes. Let's say plus taxes, service fees, all that. So let's say 670, right? I might be spending. Okay. So I'm spending $670 or whatever like that with fees and stuff. And then another person is going to be coming in and not paying anything, or maybe paying maybe $100 or $200, right? So that's a quick, basically $600 of savings somebody wealthy had, or had a wealthy mindset to be able to understand the power of points, right? You can go on multiple vacations from building up these points. I know you've probably seen the commercials and all that, but if you tap into the power of what it is to actually, tap into that credit and get a card that is like an upper echelon card, and you're able to benefit properly, not just running up the card just to run the card up, but running up the card and actually having the means to help pay it back monthly, because to keep it on track. You could have so many points to where you would never have to really pay for a hotel pretty much everywhere you go. Now think about this: if you had a flight card and people love to travel, why aren't you making your goal not just to travel in 2025? Why aren't you making your goal to get a credit card that'll help you travel for free? Or getting so many miles on that card to where you don't got to worry about having to, let's say, save up 12K to go to Japan. You could actually have enough points to go to Japan, and you need 12K for spending money. Just kind of changing that actual mindset of how to utilize these things, as far as these credit cards. And so tap into the ways of the wealthy when it comes to the gap that they saw, because they saw a gap. And the gap that I'm talking about is they're like, hold up, if I give you this cash to pay for this, I don't get nothing back. But if I take this cash and I use my credit card first, and I didn't put my card number up there. Hopefully my screenshots that. But I changed that immediately. But if I do that, then a person can go up there and they can go up there and be able to get those points, cash those points in, be able to take advantage of those systems. Like, that's actually just the best way that you can actually utilize your money. Taking that credit card, using that credit card first, taking that money, paying it back on the credit card, but it gives me the benefits now of flying for free. Now I have the benefit of staying at a hotel for free. Okay, those are the two most powerful ones. You've got your place to stay, and you've got travel. Okay, those are the two most important things you want to have in a credit card, not the cash. We can spend cash easily. So if you want my suggestion on credit cards, I would definitely say stay away from the cash back cards as much as you can and take your focus more into the benefits cards. Cash, we can get cash. I'm not saying you shouldn't, like, I know you love cash. I get it. Not knocking the cash. Do what you want to do. But if you want my suggestion, okay, get the ones that give you the most benefits. Now, they got choice hotels. Maybe you don't like Hilton brand. Cool. It's not about that. What hotel brand do you like? Build up that brand. Which airline do you like? You like American? You like Delta? You like Southwest? Why don't you have a goal to be able to just get their credit card this year in 2025? Get their credit card, use that credit card, and travel with them. Stay first class. You want to be on a first class flight? How about you be on a first class flight with a first class credit card? Okay, it just looks a lot better when you're on that flight and it's like, oh, this person gonna be on this flight this one time and we ain't gonna never see them again. That's it. This is their first time. There's nothing wrong with being a first timer, but what if you now have the prestige of being in that first class seat, as well as like, hey, here's my first class card that I have with this airline. Why don't you bring me another drink and put it on this card? Why don't you go ahead and kick in with my free Wi-Fi because I have this card? Why don't you go ahead and give me triple the miles since I have this card? You know, or something like that. Not, like I said, not trying to be bougie. It's just trying to be like, hey, we have different goals, or let's say different higher goal than just, hey, this year I want to lose more weight this year. I want to have an 800 credit score this year. I want to have credit cards that just get me whatever I need to get, and I ain't got to think about it. I just pull the credit card out and get it. I want to have a cash flow coming in to where I can handle all of my expenses and not have to even think about or look at my bank account. You know, just having a real different type of level of a goal. You know, I can't have a 50K credit card and be able to manage it instead of having the mindset of, you know, well, why you got 50K credit card? What you gonna do with all that money? Why you got a million? What you gonna do with all that money? I can have the mindset. I can have this much money available in my credit and not have to worry about I'm gonna go blow it. I can have so much money available because I know to buy small term, short term. I'm looking at the long term goal because capacity is a lot bigger than what the world might say it is when it comes to credit. Okay. So just getting your mind just expanded on that, just having that type of thought. Okay. Very, very, very important. Um, you know, to have that for real. It's very important to have that. But anyway, um, so if you look at right now, just on an income basis, everybody has income coming in. Still, the main part of their income is all from mainly, I'll say, physical or having to be somewhere in order to go to work. Okay, a lot of people have that right now in place, and for those of y'all who just don't know, just putting out other info for you all is that I also do trading. I do trading. If you don't understand trading, just another way for you to make income without having to just go and do other physical labor. And the great thing about trading, whether you are a person who's working from home or you're a person who is working from, you know, from like a 9 to 5 little cubicle or wherever you're at, most people have, you know, internet access. And so if you've got internet access, you can always tap into different platforms for trading. Okay, you can take advantage of different times of trade because when you're trading, you know, the market is open different times of the day for different types of things. And so for the busy person, because everybody's busy right now, everybody has something that they have to do. Everybody's out here, you know, moving around, whether that is on just working so much, taking care of this and that and family. It's just, we're just in a busy time right now. And so a lot of people don't even have time to even, let's say, supplement income. And with things being so, I guess, rough right now, there's not really opportunities for people to go out somewhere and work where it's actually worth it. And so, trading just provides that other level of income. And there's different other ways to make money. But I just think that, being able to trade from your phone, from your computer, and things like that, it's just a great way in order to make supplemental income. And so, if you're in the market of just wanting to learn how to trade, or you just need more info on that, you can also give us a call or text about that, just in case you might need some mentorship on that. I do mentorship on trading as well, just for people who just may need that or want that type of income. Okay, so if you do, just reach out to us and we'll definitely provide that service or information for you on that service. Okay, but yeah, that's just a great way, fantastic way to actually add on. Is actually just having these credit cards, man. It's just great. There's no other way to really maximize, um, your benefits. Showing up at a hotel and having to spend money. I had to do that one time, and not having, not being at a Hilton brand, or what's the other brand I have, a Marriott brand, and not having those points and having to pay. It was just like, ew, what is this? I gotta pay now? Like, that's how it is. And so, you know, it's a great way to do that. So right now, if you are a person who already has, let's say you already have decent credit, you already have great credit, doesn't matter. I do pay for referrals. Okay, so if you have referrals you want to send to us, we do pay for any referrals that you might have that need our services. Okay, maybe you just want to refer somebody to somebody that's good, that's doing the work, and that's really trying to help people with their credit. Definitely send them our way. Let us know that you refer this person over here. We'll definitely take care of you. That's what we do here as well. But oh, that feels good right there. Whew. You ever had the itch where you just like scratch and be like, I feel good. Ooh, I know. Too real for some of y'all. I know y'all ain't never scratched before. All right, but anyway, big surprise. I'm doing some credit events, and I'm doing these credit events in different ways. And with one of my credit events that I'm doing like different ones, and I'll announce different ones. Some of them is going to be private. There'll be private events just based on that person's needs. So that person may just want me to talk to their family for this private event. Um, just being able to educate people, especially families and different corporations and stuff like that, as well as educating different, people in the credit space, as well as um, pretty much everybody. But certain times, people don't want things to be public. They don't want a lot of public hoorah. They want something that's private and just kind of kept between them. And so for those who do like private events and you want some credit education, maybe in a small session, just between you and your family, you and your business partners, you and your mates and stuff like that, I will be doing those actual short events. You can check in with those. I'm gonna do those live and I'm gonna do those in person. Okay, that's gonna be set up different ways, just depending on that person, company's needs. So if you want to learn about your credit and you want to learn about how to do it, you want to learn about anything like that, obviously I'll be doing sessions for that, so that way everybody's getting that education. It's gonna be very fun. Some of them will be recorded and things like that for those who allow certain pieces to be recorded and things. But um, you'll be able to see me out in different places, and you'll be able to see how the credit information and different companies are started from the information as well. Okay, there are already companies right now that also use us for white labeling. So, maybe you're already in the credit space and you just need a service to be able to help your clients, or maybe you're an influencer, you're already an influencer out there, and you already know about certain things of credit, and you're trying to basically white. You're trying to get some people in the credit space, but you don't really have the tools or the time, but you have the market. Like I said, we do white labeling as well. For those who already have a credit business or just looking to start a credit business, and you just want to be able to, send clients through us, and we do the work, and you take all the credit. We definitely do that as well for different companies. So just kind of putting that out there as well. All right, but time sensitive information. um, as of right now, we are doing special pricing for people who are watching us on live, and we're doing. I want to do at least one service giveaway if I can. Probably in the next couple minutes, we'll do a service giveaway. So, but the time sensitive info right now is for anybody who's watching and maybe you don't already have service. Okay, give us a call here at 919-588-9329. But if you want to reach us faster, you can give us a text at the same number, 919-588-9329. But we're doing a special pricing right now, and everybody, if you're not new, I'm saying that prices are normally a lot higher, but right now I'm gonna do a special right now from this live. So if you're watching this live, you're watching it recorded, you need to watch it before the next live starts. This is very important. Make sure you're getting this info before the next live. Right, when the next live starts, this pricing is null and void. Okay, when you see another live pop up, whatever you've seen on this live as far as the pricing can be changed now from that next live. Okay, so I'm doing specials that only pertain to people watching the live sessions. If you're not watching the live sessions and you're only watching the other main videos, then you're not going to see any specials. I'm not going to do any specials that you would ever even hear about on any of my main videos. The only people that will see any specials will come from people that watch the live sessions. Those, I feel like those are I'll say the biggest fans are the ones who take the time to either watch a live session in real time or watch it later. Either way, I feel like that's very important. You know what I'm saying? So just taking your time to watch this is cool. All right. So time sensitive info. Now, $1,000 is going to be the price right now as of watching this live. We are taking $500 payments up front to start all the services. Normally, everybody knows, if you watch me long enough, I do not do payments. I do not do half payments. I don't do none of that type stuff normally. But as of now, for people that's watching on live only, you won't see this on any normal video. You can pay half up front, and then we'll work out the other half on a case by case basis based on that person and where you are. Okay. So right now, a person can pay just $500 and go ahead and get everything started with their credit. We'll do a full credit restoration for you for that $500 price point. Okay. All right. So that'll be that. You can send a text message here to us at I'm sorry, that's my other main number that's not on right now, but 919-588-9329. Send a text message to that number right there, 588-9329, until we get the 1-800 number transferred over. Okay. So send a text message about that. Like I said, that service will be $1,000. You only got to do $500 up front in order for you to get that done. All right. So that's going to take care of that. Service giveaways. Definitely want to do at least one service giveaway. I probably do one. I might do one a session, or I might do either a service giveaway or it'll still be a service giveaway. I might do one on every live session, or I might do a cash giveaway or something like that on the session. So just make sure y'all locked in. Hit the notification bell for the live sessions because, like I said, if you seen any of mine before, especially if you watched me on Instagram, I did a lot of free money giveaways on Instagram. I'm sending a lot of cash app payments and stuff like that, different things to people live on Instagram. So I want to do a couple of those more on YouTube, as well as probably doing a couple on Facebook as well. All right, but definitely I love to just to give some things away for people who are just watching, and yeah, definitely want your info. So if you have any input, have any questions, and you just like to give us any type of donation through super chat just for answering your question very well, or anything dealing with the credit space, or anything we're conversing about, whether that is trading information, business, trade lines, primary lines of credit, whether that's credit myths, credit things you've seen, is this true, is that true, and certain things. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But there's not a lot of stuff that I don't know. Just being honest, there's just not a lot that I don't know or either know about when it comes to the space. Certain things I don't deal with, but not a lot I don't know about in the space. Okay, so definitely, if you have a question, let me make sure I'm not. I don't see any. Make sure I'm on the right screen here because sometimes I am not. All right, there we go. I think I'm on the right screen here. Sometimes these updates throw me off. All right. All right. But yeah, if you got any questions, please send us a message. Like, we don't have any problems with any messages. 919-588-9329, and we'll definitely get back with you as soon as we can. Definitely as soon as we can. If you have any questions about any type of services, definitely don't be afraid to ask. If you have a question about service, you don't know if we happen to do the services or not, please actually hit us up. Okay, and last thing here, I didn't actually do favorite hoodie right now, or my hoodie of the day. I always do like a little hoodie of the day. This is just a little Armani exchange hoodie right now for the day, and then I got my Tarjay shirt on for the day. Love that. But I love hoodies, y'all. Y'all know I love my hoodies. Always, pretty much always rocking the hoodie. Pretty much. Okay. But I'm definitely excited about these credit events that we're going to be doing. I'm doing these surprise credit events. Like I said, I look forward to doing the ones we're doing for families and businesses, small companies, other credit businesses that just need to expand their credit services from traditional services. They want to get into more hardcore credit services. I'll be teaching those people, small groups, small sessions. Um, Also, I'll be doing those for one-on-one people as well. So for those one-on-one companies, or maybe that one-on-one person can also be you. You might be that person who wants to learn, and I mean everything about credit. I don't leave nothing out. If anybody's ever had my mentorship already, you all know that I give you probably about 5 hours of information. Um, Sometimes it's a little bit of overload, but I make sure you get what you paid for. Okay, so if you want to learn how to do credit on your own, you want to learn. I'm talking about everything. I'm not talking about I'm just going to teach you something and I'm gonna leave out the good parts. That's not how I do things. I don't see anybody as competition, not being funny in any way, but I'm not looking at you as competition. I'm looking at you as you're looking to help more people. I can't help everybody. So maybe you want to teach other people, or you just want to be able to have a new bit, you can be able to uh, help others in their credit and also be compensated for that. So if you want to learn how to do that, I teach that. I don't mind teaching that. You can give us a call or text at 919-588-9329. You say, Jay, I want to learn how to do other people's credit, or I have a credit business and I want to do that. Or you already have a credit business, you don't want to do none of the work, you just want to white label the work, and you want Jay to do the work for you, and you take all the money and take all the credit, and you pay me whatever fee you work out. Cool. I don't mind doing that. I already did it already. Okay, so there's no problem with doing that. There's my face does not have to be on everything. You know, I would love other people to have credit companies. You ain't gotta tell anybody that you know who I am. I don't need no shout out. I don't need none of that love, nothing like that. You can just pay me my fund, my fees, whatever, and you take all the credit. Okay, so definitely do that. Your company can be called Boy Genius Credit Repair. Your thing could be called, Rasta Lock Credit Repair. Whatever the case may be, you just send in Jay all the files to do, and you're charging $500, and you're sending Jay 200 or something. Just for an example, this just an example, okay? And then you're keeping $300, and you know you're taking care of that. Hey, that's totally fine. That's what you're choosing to do. You see what I'm saying? But it just got to make sense. All right. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. What makes your credit repair different from all the other companies? Great question. All right. So the first answer to that is that I don't do credit repair as far as what I'm doing. Now I do it, but I don't do it. And I need to break that down a little bit more, but let me say it like this, okay? Most credit repair companies are going to go through talking with people that don't matter. What I mean by that is they're gonna talk to, let's say, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. That's who they're gonna talk to and try to negotiate that what's on your credit is incorrect. Now, if something is incorrect on your credit, that means that either you did it or somebody else did it. So, what they're going to say is, well, somebody else did it, right? So that means that that account that you have that's had all that information and all them payments on it, they're saying that it don't belong to you. So I want you to keep this in mind for a second, right? You got this card or car or account. Let's call it an account first. You've made all these payments, but it's not yours. How many people do you know is going to steal an account, make all the payments on time, all of them, and you not know about it, and it not be your account? Now, I know people back when I was in the streets, when I was younger, who, I heard doing different things, but when they did something, they never did it exactly like that. They would skip 2, 3 payments just to kind of keep it open. Why would you make every payment? Because you're losing money. You just hustled to get this information. Why would you hustle backwards and pay it all on time? No, you're gonna pay it up. And we talking about my ninjas here, so I'm not trying to be funny, but we're gonna wait to the last minute and even our phone bills, people today, phone bill, that bill ain't getting paid to the last minute. And I'm talking about the bill can already, hey, let's get a payment arrangement. We're gonna pay later. I need to make a second payment arrangement if I can, because I ain't trying to pay y'all right now. Who gonna pay all these bills on time? Anyway, I just want to get that just for a quick nugget, okay? I just want you to think about that for a second. Why would the credit, and this is another thing, they're not bureaus, they are credit companies, and still these other credit companies still recognize them in their head and even speak to you like they're bureaus. They're putting them in a upper echelon of level that they're actually not even in. They're making them more important than they are. They're not important at all. They have information that makes them important, but their rank isn't important. Okay, so that's first thing. Okay, they're asking permission. I'm not asking permission. I don't need their permission. because they're not the ones in charge of the reason why it's actually up there. It's up there because somebody gave it to them, but they're not the ones who can actually do anything about it. It's like talking to the teacher about something the principal only can do, or talking to a low level person, I need to go talk to the manager. Okay. So I don't do credit repair because I'm not doing what they do. They're going to, what I call, write a letter or do something electronically, which is still a letter, pretty much. And they're going to ask permission and ask that person, hey, I have this account, I have all this history, but it's not mine. Can you take it off my credit? And they're going to say no. And then you're going to keep doing that every month, but please take it off my credit. And they're going to say again, no. And that's why people who do credit repair, it don't work, because they keep trying to send a letter in and they keep saying no. Send another letter in, they say no. Send another letter in, they say no. They're hoping that they can get one letter in and that actually creep by the actual time frame that they have for it to actually get off their credit, because they actually have a time frame when they have to respond. If they don't respond in 30 to 45 days, it has to come off of your credit. So what they'll do is they'll try to flood them with a lot of letters, or try to keep sending the same exact letter until that one letter gets off what they need. Or they'll try to change the letter up, make the wording different, and they'll keep doing that. I'm not doing that. I did do that at one point way back. I'm like, yo, this is way too slow. Way too slow. And I'm talking about that was way more than 5 years ago when I did it that way, by the way. So just doing it that way isn't going to work. So what I do is another process. I can't give you all the information of what I do, but I'll do things like contact 5 different places before I even contact the credit company. I'll contact 5 different places. I don't even have to contact them because that credit company will have already removed it before I even have to talk to them. That's what makes it different. A lot of other places, all they're going to do is, okay, give me 200, give me 300, give me 500, give me 700. I know people right now, and this is not making them negative because that's their business, right? But I know of a credit company right now that's what he's going to do, and he's going to charge you 700, and he's going to be stressed the hell out, let me say, because he's going to be writing these letters for all these, and he's going to be burnt out probably in about another couple months because of all the work he's got to do with all them letters. And then, he has to communicate back and forth with his clients, and the client going to say, hey, I got a letter saying this, and then he got to take that letter back, and then he got to go redo something and redo the same file, put it in again the same way he did it before, or he's going to change like 2 or 3 words, or make his second letter run that he probably got from a program that ain't working. And I mean, it's just a lot of repeated stuff. I'm sorry, my nose is itching, but it's just a lot of repeated stuff that people are doing that, I mean, they know for a fact it's not effective. It's probably like a 30% effect rate as far as that credit process. That's why they got to do it for so long. That's why it has to keep being sent in so many times. And it's been like 2 or 3 years with creditrepair.com with somebody, and they still don't have no results. They only got 8 items removed in 2 years, but they're still paying $40 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So, that's basically just what I'm saying. It's like you're doing all of this, but really what you're doing is you're clicking a button that's already got a written file, and you're just printing it out. And you know for a fact that file that you're printing out has a 20% or less effective rate. Now, if you know that has a 20% less than effective rate, why do you keep sending this out? Now you're gonna have to pay for, the mailing fee or the certified letter fee, or if you're going to send it like overnight, or if you're going to send it a priority, that's anywhere between $4 and $12. And you got to send that to all three of those credit companies. That's 3 times $4 to $8 on something that you know for a fact isn't working, but they do it just so they can show you as the client that they're doing something. So if you see that they're doing something, then you're not going to complain. Oh, they're working hard on my file. They're not working hard on your file. They printed a letter and sent it in and basically got you to shut up, so that way you don't have to keep calling them. But they didn't really do no work on your file. When I do work on the file, sometimes it takes me 2 hours just for one. I'm talking about 2 hours for one account. 2 hours, one account. Now, most people might say that's too much time. Well, you don't want it off then. That's why I do it, and you don't want to do all that work. Some accounts take me 30 minutes for one account. One. You got 37 negative accounts though, but you want to pay $200 to get 37 accounts off, and you want it done fast. Nah, it's a process of time, but it's a lot better than having to fight with them in order to do it, because you're fighting a battle that. Okay, another thing. I want to paint this out just so you know that I didn't make a video on this, by the way. Thank you for bringing this up, but the credit. Okay, and I want you to think about this. Please think about this in a very different way, like outside the box here. See how they're actually helping you or hurting you. How do these credit companies that are not bureaus, credit companies, how do they get paid? Does anybody know? If you know, you can comment, by the way. How do the credit companies get paid? Because you're not sending them no money. You're not sending them any money. So how are they getting paid? How are they getting paid? Do y'all tell you about the special here? We got a time-sensitive special that's going on right now. It's $1,000. Only $500 you got to pay up front. Normally I do it where you got to pay $1,000 up front, or there's no point even talking about it. I'm doing it right now for people that watch live only. It's $1,000. You already know that. You got to pay $500 up front, and we take care of the other $500 based on case by case. So that's based on you. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, you get paid every month. You need to spread it out 6 weeks, whatever. We'll make it work for you. Okay, but you already paid a half up front. We're going to go ahead and get started, take care of everything, and get to work. That way you got some skin in the game, and then you understand. If you ever called for a consultation, most of them start at $1,400, sometimes $1,200, probably the lowest I've ever had. So to have it at $500 to start and then paying the other later, it's very like, there's no point in, it's just easy. It's just very, very easy to do. Should at least have 100 people, to be able to have space for them to be able to do this type of service. Should be 100 people calling in just to get that service, because it's so simple. It's not a lot. It's very not forthcoming. Most of the time you'll pay $500 for a person to do regular repair. For them to send in these regular letters, and I'm not doing it that way. All right, so that's what the special is right now. Okay, but to answer your question, and you can look this up. So I'm not, anything I say, you can come back on another live and be like, Jay, you lied to me on the last live. Please come back and say that. All right, but these credit companies come and get paid. I'm sorry, not come. They get paid from who else? Who's reporting to them? Who's reporting your information? That's who's paying them. So keep in mind, you're trying to fight somebody that's getting paid by the people who put it up there. Why would they take it off? And I'm looking around right now because I'm looking for a brand. If you're thinking I'm crazy, you're probably right. But look, This right here is the very first iPhone. This is the very first one, by the way. The very first iPhone. Okay? Very first iPhone. Even still. Let's see if I got this. Let's see, it still shows the charging screen and everything. I'm trying to plug it up. Okay? But with this phone, right? No, let me see. Let me give a better example. A better example. These people here sending in your information. They're saying, hey, this guy Jay knows credit, right? He owes us $5,000. He done missed 2 payments. They're just gonna take their word for it. Keep in mind, nobody's sending you a letter telling you or saying, hey, you got 30 days to dispute this information before you put on your credit report. They don't do that. Now, you might see somebody threatening you after, like, you know, a credit card, something like that, like later on after you don't make those payments. But before that, you don't get no type of, I guess, information about anybody reporting anything to the credit bureaus for you unless there's something like something you've already had, right? But anything else, they're not going to actually prove it. Let me say there's no court for it. That's why I told you that it's not a bureau and like that. You don't have to go back. It's just on there. It's now on your record regardless. There's no like, it's there. There's no permission they have to ask of you. So with that, why do you think if they're getting paid by the person, okay, they're getting paid by these companies, why would they remove it off your credit? They're going to get paid less money if they take your report off of their report. They don't want to do that. They will delay because they have delay tactics that they can follow legally. So as long as you don't say nothing, it stays up there. They can send you a letter, and the letters say, we found everything to be right. And you say, dang, oh well, I guess that's it. Because you don't know anything else. You don't know there's another level you can go to. It's just like the law system, right? If you don't know, they're just gonna take advantage of you or just make you just seem ignorant and just keep it going. That's basically how it is. That's why I don't go through regular credit repair services or let me say regular credit repair methods. Is because I'm begging for permission. I'm begging the wrong people. It's like I'm begging the slave master to let me free, and they're the ones who lock me in this chain. That's why I don't do it that way. That's why that way doesn't work. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to explain that in a very, very minute way. Okay, I wanted to make that very, very clear. Hopefully, I did. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted you to know that, hey, this ain't this ain't that. Okay. Let me see if I have. Let me show something right here. If I can show you right here, I got some. These are like relics now. All right. So these right here, okay. Hopefully y'all can see that. Y'all can see you can see the actual, you know, credit thing right there, right? So you can actually take this right here, get you a label, put Experian on it, You know, up here, you can buy like some $1 stamps or, you know, get a certified thing like that and track it all the way there. You know, you send this letter into Experian, you track it, you got the tracking number. So the tracking number says that it got there on February the 1st. They got 30 days to dispute it before they got to take it off. So you wait 30 days, you don't see nothing. You like, oh, they got to take it off, right? And they haven't said nothing. And then nothing comes off. Well, the law said they're supposed to respond in 30 days and nothing came off. And it still hasn't come off. It's been 3 months. And it still ain't responded. Well, what do you do? What happens at that point? That's what the law says, right? They're supposed to respond in 30 days. They didn't. So why didn't it come off your report? Why it's still sitting there? Now I'm just bringing up. I'm not trying to give every single answer. I just want you to think about certain things that they have in place, and this is with a company that's not even a bureau, but the bureaus are letting them pass with the name bureau to keep you frightened, to keep you scared, and to keep you not asking no questions, to keep you fearful from a company that has really no power. It's just imaginary power. I found out what was that? My day's running. I either found out today or yesterday that there are more people in foreign lands who know more about our credit system than we do here. There are people in Asia, India, that don't live here, have no citizenship here, but they know more about our stuff than we do. They don't even have access to it personally, but they know more about it. It's just crazy. But anyway, I don't want to go on too much rant, but I just want you to, it's very easy for people to give everybody the answer. You give everybody the answers, but they won't think. But I just want you to think about certain things that people are doing and ask yourself, like, yo, does that seem smart? This is why certain credit repair companies or the credit repair industry as a whole has a bad name, because people are doing that whole dog and pony show of credit repair, and it has a 20-30% success rate. Okay, think about that. You went to a fast food company or a fast food restaurant and they only got your order right 20% of the time. Of course, it's going to have a bad name on the industry. This is why there's so many people who do credit repair and they don't actually give people their money back when something goes wrong, because they got 20% success rate that they're getting from fixing the client's credit. And they already took that money and spent it somewhere, and they thought that stuff was going to work, and it didn't. And now they got to, refund all these people back. That's what happens. So it's like, instead of doing that, why don't you get just a more effective way of getting stuff off? And until you do that, why are you accepting clients? But that's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? But that's, it's it's just trying to really understand, like, hey, this is a very serious industry, but you really got to know that's why I know it sounds very vain for my company to be called J Knows Credit, right? And I do that not because I know every last thing there is, but I'm always learning and I always want to learn. And I'm not just going to sit there and just not know about something, but it's supposed to run my life. It's running my whole entire life, and I'm not going to know about it. The whole reason why I started credit in the first place is because they told me I couldn't have something. I had all the cash to buy it. They said I couldn't have it. I said, why not? They said, you don't have good credit. I said, how do I get that? I don't know about credit. How do I get credit? I don't know about no credit. I got cash though. Say, man, we can't give it to you. You ain't got no credit. And I went home and figured credit out. And I studied some more about credit. And then I studied more about credit. And then my business partner learned about credit. And I got information from them about credit. And then we started trading information back and forth about credit. And now there's people that only trust me and him in this industry. Not trying to be funny. It's just what it is. It's like, that's the real story. Like, you know what I mean? So if you want credit repair, you can go to those companies, but I telling you that most of them will have you hanging on for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Before you get any type of, movement. I've had people call me and they tell me like, hey, well, I got this company. I'm just gonna say just one for an example because they're well known. It's not no bash what it's at. I got creditrepair.com service, and I'm like, well, how much you paying a month? I'm paying X amount of dollars a month. Just call it X. All right. And I'm like, how long you been paying? Well, I've been paying since about 2021. If it was January before, but I'm gonna say it's at least 3 years, right? It's 3 years. So you've been paying for credit repair every month for X amount of dollars for 3 years on automatic draft? Just because they send you a letter every month saying they're doing some work? 3 years. I think the person before that told me 2 years. That's the most I've seen. Everything else has been like just, months, 8 months, tier, 10 months, stuff like that. But years? That's credit repair right there for you. That's still, you're asking permission. Please set me free, Massa. No. Please, no. That's what it is. It's a lot of pleasing and pleasing. Please take this off. Take this account off. I did it though, but take it off. That's what you're doing. Even if you sent something in, that's what you're doing. You're sending something in. You're saying, hey, here's my letter from, it can be whatever letter you say, from continuant status pursuant to the defendant of this statute from the law abiding section 8B. I knowingly did not blah, 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 blah with this asterisk and shit using red ink instead of blue ink and yellow paper. So that way the system don't scan it and shit. Like, look, you're going to do all that kind of crap and it still ain't going to work. Well, you got to do it with the you do this and it passes the eOscar system. And when it uploads and it does a backflip and stuff, and then it'll get your credit off. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The 609 letter thing, you do the 609 letter and then you flip it and then you upload it and then you send it off with 2 letters and you send the letters off in red envelopes and you make it with pencil and it don't matter. It ain't coming off. It ain't coming off. So that's why, I don't, because I know people already have that stigma of what credit repair is. And so when people get my service, they're looking at it based on who they were with before, right? When you go on a date, you still try to measure based on who you were before a little bit, right? So people always want to measure based on that. And so if I don't send you a letter in 30 days or say what's going on in 30 days, you're gonna be like, hey, well, Jay, I didn't get nothing from you in 30 days. Is everything okay? Is something wrong? No. I just ain't gonna BS you and be like, hey, everything's going well. I sent another letter for you. So that way you can stop calling me. There's none of that. I'm not gonna call you and tell you. Did anything come off? Did something come off yet? If ain't nothing came off, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna. You know I'm doing it. You know I'm not gonna tell you until, hey, your score that went up 135 points. If I didn't get a call from you first, I'll tell you that. But I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, every month sending you a status report type of stuff. I'm like, nope. Hey, Experian done. Go check it. Equifax done. Sometimes I don't even know. Most of the time, clients call me because I just be busy, and clients be like, send a screenshot. Oh, thank you for letting me know. It's like the clients usually update me instead of me updating the clients because they're going to get the alerts. I'm not logged into your accounts. I'm not going to get the alerts. I have to literally go physically log in to see what happened. So you're going to see that. You're going to hit me up. Oh, okay. Now I can go ahead and mark your file. Everything came off on that? Okay, cool. That I can go ahead and mark. All right, Experian, everything's off that one. Equifax, we're working on that one right now. That one's still in process. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, DT, if you want to send me a text message, D at 919-588-9329. I'll go ahead and send you the details on that. I do want to go ahead since I've already been here for an hour. I didn't want to be here that long. I'm sorry, but I do want to go ahead and give away a service. I'm gonna give away a service to somebody on this right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this piece of paper that I had right here that I showed y'all, so y'all don't think there's no other piece of paper, okay? And I'm gonna write a number on this piece of paper, okay? So let me see. Okay, so I got that number written down. All right, so pick a number between 1 and 100. Pick a number between 1 and 100. And I'm gonna give whoever has the closest number one of my free services. So I'll give you a free service tonight. I may, let you choose it. I may choose it. Actually, let me say for this first one, let me just do this first because it's my first one. I'm just gonna do a full. This is gonna be a full service. I just do a full service for this. Okay, I do a full service just because it's my first one back. Why not? Okay. So I mean, you could have 37 negative items. It could be working me to death, but you gotta give. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give some time to somebody. This is kind of like my way of giving back and my so many ways of doing something. So no point in giving the strangers. Give the people that you know in a way. Like you be a stranger, but you kind of know me in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it just hits different. Okay, so yeah, if you're watching, just throw a number up there real quick between 1 and 100. Okay, you don't want to go over. Okay, I know I didn't put parameter. You don't want to go as close. It'll be closer if you're under it. Okay, so I see you, D. I got your text, and I'll hit you back after this if you don't already win, because you may not need it after you win, right? So, all right, let's see. Anybody else got any numbers? Hey, I'll take a couple numbers. See what we got. Here we go. All right. See, that's 1, 2, 3. No, we got 5 on here right now. All right, pick a number from 1 to 100. It'll make it easy. But yeah, doing like I said, doing some credit events. Like I said, just doing credit events, one-on-ones. You'll see an official video about the whole, just as far as people just wanting to do credit one-on-one type of stuff. You want to get a session, things like that. I do one-on-one coaching. But the credit events is gonna be something different that I do kind of more on a like on a tight knit way. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more like a tight knit, small session of people. I'm gonna do some of that online and in person, so that way, some people just want to get that online, feeling they're okay with that. Others, they need a person to be like right there in front of them. You know what I'm saying? They need that, like that one-on-one coaching. All right. And so that's what's gonna make that, really, really cool. So yeah, let me see. Another thing is, like I said earlier, I do send payments for any referrals that you have. So if anybody's got any type of referrals, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. Let's see. All right. What do you think of AI credit repair? Um, I saw like somebody kind of talking about the AI credit repair thing. Let's say, I mean, I won't say I'm against it, but at the end of the day, it is still sending out letters. I mean, because what information is it going by? Like if I'm asking it to, if I'm asking AI to fix my credit or to write a letter, what is it basing it on? Is it basing it on the effective letters, and how does it know if the letter is effective if, like, if there's no system in place that's measuring effective letters with the credit bureau? How does the AI know that it's effective? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just trying to make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how that's going to change anything. Still, you're still asking permission, to these people. Is it like supposed to be writing it in a way that makes that person at the bureau feel some type of heartfelt message to take it off? Like it's kind of like, what is the AI doing in a writing fashion that's different to get stuff off? And like I said, you're still asking permission. I don't really understand that. But you say Gizzy charged me, and no, I don't know who that is. I'm not trying to name drop here. I don't know who that is, but yeah, I already know how they do things, man. All right, so all right, see we got three numbers here. Shoot, now I feel like I need to make the number. I need to make the number a little bit more smaller than, we only got three numbers up there. I know we got what? We got four people, five people. I'll give y'all a second. I know y'all thinking about it. That's what it is. Y'all thinking about it. I'll give you a second. If you're just joining us right now, just doing a quick little giveaway. We're gonna do a service giveaway. Put your number out. Put your number down there. Yeah. They say throwing all the numbers out there. They say, all right, wait. Anybody got a question? Anybody got a question? Are we finishing up here? That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, let me see that. Let's go over there too. Yeah, let's go over there. Gotta shred that right there. Okay. Let's see all the numbers. Yes, I still do authorized users as well. Definitely still do authorized users. And actually on my live yesterday, which I probably need to put on every live just so everybody knows, we do have an extensive list of authorized users, and I mean extensive, but it can always get bigger. So, if you know anybody who has authorized users, um, and they have lines available and they're willing to sell them, we definitely do add more to that list. We do not send out lists. That is something that we do not do. But what we do is we do, look at your credit profile if you want to get a consultation, and we will tell you based on what you need or what you're trying to acquire credit wise, what you should get. You can do whatever you want, of course, but we're going to tell you what you should get to have the credit power to obtain whatever you're trying to obtain. Now, you don't have to get a consultation in order to get an authorized user. It's just suggested that you do just in case you buy one, because a lot of people buy one based on suggestions. And you might not need one, you might need four based on what you're trying to do. Because most of the time, people want to get a higher score, lower. Sometimes it's just lowering your debt to income ratio, and you may not know, like, hey, you want to get a certain score. This is going to lower your credit debt ratio, but what it won't lower is your average years of history, or sorry, it won't make your average years of history higher or high enough. Let me say that. So you might have one area where it's helping you, but another area where it's hurting you. So you might need to get this card to help you in this area, another card to help you in that area, and then a card that might have a small limit, but it might have 30 years of history, and that helps the history as well as the limit as well as the pro. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other pieces, not just one. And so some people get stuff, then they get to the table where they want to be and found out they can't even eat anything on the table they're sitting at. So I want you to be able to prepare, know what you're getting into, get to that table and be able to eat whatever you're trying to get, instead of getting to that table and being mad you can't eat and you done spent money. Now you mad because you done spent money. It didn't work. Now you're saying what you ever did, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And so it becomes a whole snowball effect. So that's why I suggest, and if you can get counsel before, it doesn't have to be with us, but make sure you're getting counsel first about which ones you should get, how many you should get, because one is not always enough. And, you know, take it from there. But yes, AUs are very powerful. We definitely do still um, deal with AUs. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right, we got another number there. See, everybody's throwing up new numbers and stuff. So I'm gonna have to. I have to do. I have to do something, I guess, for the other ones too, because I don't want anybody to feel left out. Man, I don't like people feeling left out. If I can help it. So, all right. So I've already been up here for what? Too freaking long. I ain't supposed to be here this long. But here's the number. Okay, so that way you don't know it ain't nothing pre-typed. That is a 5 and a 9. And like I said, I got ugly handwriting and things like that. Okay. Now, because I'll say Mr. Laid Back, you're the closest, but of course, I know you did do multiple numbers, so I got to take that into account. I would say, who's that? Terica Lynn would be the winner as far as the full service, just because she only had one answer and she didn't go over on that answer. But Mr. Laid Back, still send me a text. Just let me know you're Mr. Laid Back. You can tell me your full name, your real name, as well as Terica Lynn. Send me a text. Let me know that this is who you are. The best way to do that, tell me who you are and tell me what messages you sent in this chat, because people are going to be like, nah, it was me and this and this and this. I'm Terica, you know, so I'm gonna have to ask you, probably send me a picture of your ID and just block out your name real quick, because people, trust me, I've done plenty of giveaways to know folks gonna try to do whatever. All right, so make sure you send me a message and send me some type of verification. That way I truly know it's you, and you know, it's all right. But like I said, Mr. Laid Back, send me a message anyway. I'm still gonna do something for you too as well, and get you right with some things. Okay, so you know, yeah. And like I said, you know, please, like I said, hit the subscribe button. Tell somebody else. I may be giving out money tomorrow. I might do a Cash App or a Venmo or something like that. You know, I just, whatever. You don't always have to do anything for me. Me do something for you. But just because you're watching, you're willing to watch and spend time with me, I appreciate that. Thank you all so much. I just look forward to helping more people in 2025 and showing people the results, getting the results, and posting the results. I got a results video coming as well. It's gonna be very, very crazy. As well as I'll be showing a lot of results here live. Let's go pull up the computer, log into some accounts, pull up, you know, results people are having right now as well. I got some accounts coming up from some people that just signed up in like December, January. I got some, their results should be starting to pop out here come the latter part of February into March. And so yeah, it's just gonna be a very exciting time right now. So definitely, but yeah, y'all send me a message, and then what's that? Yeah, D, I'll send you a message about services, as well as I'll text you back here in a minute, and we'll talk about that and get you started there as well. But yeah, thank y'all. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a fantastic day. Sorry for being so long-winded today. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit us up if you do want to get services at, you know, 919-588-9329. You know, send us a text, call us if you do want to do that service. As far as the credit restoration service that I do, like I said, it's only $1,000 right now for anybody who's watching. $500 is up front, and we'll work out the rest later. All right. But salute to everybody taking care of their money this year, taking care of their credit, taking care of themselves, taking care of their mental health, like this year, taking care of their personal health. Like it's definitely big this year. Let's go ahead and get it, and keep getting it. Okay. But thank y'all so much. Salute to you guys, and see y'all at the top. All right. Peace.